So imagine spending like nearly $3,000 on a luxury 106-inch HDTV display.
Right, a massive screen.
Yeah, but then it arrives at your door completely unassembled, just in this surprisingly small box.
It's definitely not what you'd expect.
Not at all. So welcome to today's deep dive, where we're looking at a product page from HDTVSupply for the Draper 254202SC profile plus fixed frame screen. We're figuring out why the ultimate luxury in home theater actually requires you to build it yourself.
It really just completely upends our normal relationship with consumer electronics, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we're so conditioned to just unbox a TV, plug it in, and turn it on. But at this echelon of, home or corporate theater design, the display isn't just a gadget. It's a full-on structural installation.
Right, and the specs on this installation are honestly wild.
Yeah.
So for you listening, we're talking about a 106-inch diagonal 16.9 HDTV format display, and it sits less than 2 inches deep on the wall.
Barely sticks out at all.
Exactly. Draper calls it a zero-edge borderless option. And aesthetically, I mean, it makes total sense. It reminds me of a modern smartphone or like an infinity pool.
Right, where the whole point is just hiding the borders entirely.
Yeah. But practically, I have to ask, why ship such a high-end luxury item in pieces?
Well, think about the physical reality of moving a pre-assembled 106-inch rigid frame.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, it simply cannot navigate stairs. It won't fit into a standard elevator.
Let alone making it around tight holiday corners in a typical house.
Exactly. To get a screen that large into a finished room, Draper had to engineer a lightweight frame that you construct on site. But, the real engineering feat isn't just snapping the aluminum together.
Right, I was reading about this. It's the sliding hook and loop system they include.
Yes.
Which, I mean, hook and loop, that just sounds like fancy Velcro to me.
It does sound like Velcro, yeah. But it's clearly doing something much heavier here. It's actually pulling the viewing material drum tight.
Because if it's loose at all, that's a problem, right?
Oh, completely. When you have 106 inches of projection surface, even a millimeter of sag ruins the image. So this system acts like the tension rods on a giant rectangular snare drum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it lets you stretch that massive viewing surface perfectly flat across the frame, all without needing, like, a factory floor to do it.
Okay, so you've lugged this frame up the stairs, you built it, you stretched the material over it.
Yeah.
But obviously a frame is useless without the canvas itself.
Right.
And that canvas material is what really drives this $3,000 price tag. The page calls it ClearSound NanoPerf XT1000V.
Quite a name.
Yeah, very technical. But it's supposedly acoustically transparent. And here's where it gets really interesting. Because to me, acoustically transparent means sound passes straight through it.
Exactly.
Does that mean this ultra-expensive screen is basically just full of holes? Like a giant speaker grill?
Essentially, yes.
But wait, if you punch holes in a projection screen, aren't you inherently ruining the 1080p picture quality you just paid top dollar for?
It sounds completely counterintuitive, I know. But yes, you are paying for a screen covered in microscopic holes. That's the nano in NanoPerf.
Okay, so they're tiny.
Very tiny. The perforations are meticulously engineered to be large enough to let acoustic sound waves pass through without muffling the audio, but small enough that your eyes just cannot resolve the missing pixels.
From a normal viewing distance, you mean?
Right. Your brain basically fills in the visual gaps, smoothing out that reflected light into a perfect, solid image.
Which completely solves the biggest headache in home theater design, honestly.
The center speaker.
Yes. Figuring out where to put the center speaker. Usually you have to awkwardly mount it above the TV or below it, so the audio feels slightly disconnected from the visual.
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, by allowing sound to pass straight through the screen, custom builders can replicate a true commercial movie theater experience.
You just hide the speakers directly behind the display.
Right into the wall behind it. So when an actor speaks, the sound waves literally originate from their mouth on the canvas. You're marrying perfect video reflection with perfect localized audio placement.
That's incredible. But achieving that level of perfect illusion requires a serious commitment from the buyer.
Oh, definitely.
Just looking at the rather intimidating fine print on the product page, this is currently priced at $2,906.
Which is actually marked down from an MSRP of over $3,600?
Right, a decent discount, but it is strictly listed as a special order item. And they are not messing around. It is non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
This raises an important question about buyer commitment, really.
Yeah.
You are dealing with specialized architectural hardware here. This is not an impulse buy you just toss into a digital shopping cart.
No, definitely not. It says there's a 5 to 10 business day warehouse delay just for fabrication and shipping.
Plus, it requires specific wall brackets to mount flush against the wall. And if you're suspending it from a ceiling, you have to specifically request flown brackets.
And it comes with a 5-year warranty, which makes sense because you are making a permanent structural upgrade to your room.
Yeah, it's a massive commitment.
So what does this all mean for the person building their dream setup? It really comes down to stripping away every physical barrier between you and the movie.
Exactly.
You're paying top dollar for the borders to vanish, the frame to disappear, and the speakers to be completely hidden behind the canvas.
You are engineering the illusion of nothingness.
I love that phrase, the illusion of nothingness. Which leaves you wondering if our highest-end screen materials are now precision-engineered to be completely invisible to sound while perfectly capturing light. How much of our modern entertainment experience relies entirely on hiding the technology right in plain sight?
Something to chew on next time you sit down and watch a movie.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.